Welcome to the YouTube TV Postgame.
Well, the Eagles championship celebration just beginning here in New Orleans. The Eagles dominated this one. We'll have the trophy ceremony for you in just a bit. In the meantime, scan the QR code right on your screen and celebrate the Super Bowl champion Eagles with free shipping on official championship gear at NFLshop.com. The presentation of the Lombardi Trophy is next.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback? Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball? Hate that he got over when push came to shove? Hate that he always say the right thing?
Money is nice, championships are better.
Hate that in your all-knowing, armchair wisdom, you were sure he'd come up short. Hate that you got it wrong?
They got the win.
Eagles win it, Super Bowl 59.
Now get the gear. The Philadelphia Eagles have won the Super Bowl, and you can get your hands on the official trophy collection at NFLshop.com.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Including the Super Bowl t-shirt, hat, and celebration towel. They wore it on the field. Now you can wear it everywhere. Shop now and get free shipping at NFLshop.com.
Welcome to the Super Bowl 59 trophy ceremony and awards presentation brought to you by Bud Light, making it easy for the Eagles to enjoy their win. And Howie, they could have popped open whatever they wanted to celebrate there at halftime, up 24-0. The second half was just more of the same.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, we talked about him in the pregame. He was the best player on the field 2 years ago when they lost the Super Bowl, came back, finished the deal. He probably would be the MVP. Vic Fangio's defense, him bringing him in, revamping that group is amazing. They were dominant today.
Yeah, when it was still a contest, that was as dominating a defensive performance as I've seen against a championship team like Kansas City. And, I know people talk about the MVPs, but one of the MVPs has got to be Howie Roseman. Brought in a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, a bunch of new defensive starters, and he completely turned that team around. Because remember, a year ago, they had a collapse at the end of the season. No collapse tonight.
Yeah, Harry Roseman has done an incredible job. You got to play the game to get the MVP, though, Jimmy. But I will tell you this. It was dominant. It was just a dismantling offensively and defensively. Complete team effort, just totally dismantles the Kansas City Chiefs.
It was like the same blueprint that we had when we beat them in the Super Bowl when I was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rush 4, put all the pressure on Patrick Mahomes, let him scramble around, get frustrated, and then throw interceptions.
All right, let's get it to Terry Bradshaw for the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the champion Eagles. TB.
Please direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
I said after the trophy line. Let me get behind you, Terry. Oh my God, I said.
Belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jeffrey, congratulations to you, your organization, the coaches, the players. An amazing performance tonight. You started in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and you ended up at Super Bowl champions. Take the Vince Lombardi home to Philadelphia.
No. Jeffrey Lurie, congratulations on behalf of the beautiful Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans in the great state of Louisiana. Fox Sports is proud to present to you, the Eagles, and all your marvelous fans, this Lombardi Trophy. What does it mean to you?
Terry,
I'm not going to turn loose of this microphone.
So, you know what? This is a very, very special Eagles family. Incredible, talented players that happen to be unselfish and humble every single day of the year. A credit to our coaching staff led by Nick, Howie and his staff, unbelievable. And by the way, about 200 other people that are the support staff that you'll never hear about, and a few dogs too. And to our amazing fans, your Eagles are world champions again. Love you, Mom.
All right. Hello, 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 hello. Look who I got. Coach Sirianni. Well, revenge is served sweet when you get a big old good butt whooping over the team that hurt you 2 years ago. How good does this feel, knowing that you beat the Chiefs who beat you 2 years ago?
Yeah, all glory to God, first and foremost. But that's a great football team, and we had to come out and play our best, and we did. And what a lesson to the entire world of what good teamwork does. We have selfless guys. We have guys that don't want to let each other down. We got guys that will fight for each other, that will play hurt for each other. They love each other. Love is a strong thing, and it takes a lot of work to develop that. And these guys, that's a team. That's a team, and the greatest team sport there is.
Congratulations. 2-2, and then all of a sudden this thing turns around. Your coordinators, I thought, both offensive and defensive, Fangio and then Kellen Moore, were outstanding today.
Yeah, Vic's been a great coordinator in this league for decades, and he was awesome today. Kellen, you know, let's run this. Let's run this shit back, Kellen. Yeah. Let's run this back.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jalen Hurts. Jalen, Super Bowl 59 MVP quarterback Jalen Hurts. Well, how cool is this? You know, it's got to be especially sweet for you having to answer so many critics who saying, why don't you throw for more yards? Why don't you this? Why don't you that? And people like me have to say, listen, you're winning football games and now you've won a Super Bowl and you're the MVP. What do you say in response to all that, Jalen?
God is good. He's better than the highs and the lows. Couldn't be here without my teammates. You know, the effort, the determination everybody displayed to get to this point.
You handled the blitz.
We got it.
You handled their blitz fantastic today.
Well, it's never been about what anyone else does. It's always been about what we do and how we respond to certain things. And
feels good.
Hell of a game today.
Yes, it was. And you played a hell of a game, my friend. All right, there it is, folks. Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl 59. World champions. Kurt, back over to you.
Jalen Hurts, 293 total yards, 3 total touchdowns, Super Bowl MVP, and his first ever Super Bowl ring at the age of 26. Well, the Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. The celebration already in full swing. There goes Peyton Manning, who's bringing the celebratory Bud Lights to the Eagles faithful who made the trip down here to New Orleans to watch their team grab the Lombardi Trophy for the second time in the last 8 seasons. Back with more after this.
Welcome back to the YouTube TV postgame.
Well, there'll be at least 2 more seasons before anyone starts talking about a three-peat. The Philadelphia Eagles stopping history tonight and making their own with an 18-point win over the Kansas City Chiefs, 40-22. They wrap up Super Bowl 59 as the champions. Keep in mind, post-game coverage will continue over on FS1. Andy Reid, the Chiefs head coach, will be one of the guests there, but we've got more coming up on Fox right after this. They're going to have to grease up the light poles in the French Quarter. The Eagles are celebrating their second franchise championship, wrapping up the Lombardi Trophy tonight. Terry, Howie, Michael, Gronk, Jimmy, we'll see you next year.
Next year.
Have one day at a time together.
Next
the
year,
floor
folks.
starts now.
Bye, guys.
Welcome, everybody, to FS1 Super Bowl post-game. How about this?
That's
literally,
beautiful.
we come on the air, and we have Saquon Barkley with the Lombardi Trophy. Okay, I'm going to take a moment. Courtney, let's take a shot of those fans. They're singing happy birthday, and we're all going to sing it to you right now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Super Bowl champion.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Saquon. Hi, how are you? Guess what? Your daddy won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
so excited?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him?
Congratulations, my favorite.
Yes, indeed.
My goodness.
I got to ask you, man, sum up this moment, man, for everybody at this desk and everybody at home watching and all the young kids, man, who watching you right now achieve this amazing moment.
I mean, you dream about it for a very long time. You fantasize for a very long time, and I'm still in shock. I can't believe it. This team put in so much work. We made our mind up after a bye week that we're going to be a team that they're going to talk about for a very long time, and we came out here and got the job done. And I'm just so happy for everyone in the Eagles organization and thankful for everyone in the Eagles organization and world champ. Like, it's
world
crazy.
champs.
Hey, specifically for me, talk to me about your coach. There's always a lot of talk about your coach. It goes back to his press conference a couple of years ago. I know this is just your first year with him, but tell me what he means to this team. Tell me what kind of environment he fosters around that building and how that manifests itself into this game tonight.
He's a leader, man. He's a leader of the team, and he sets the tone every single day. I'm so thankful for him. I appreciate his honest conversations, and he holds accountable too. That's important. He holds accountable, and he talked about this, and he put it in the beginning of the year, said we can do this, we can accomplish it, and here we are.
Saquon, who's the first person you thought of when the clock hit 0?
God. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just kept saying God is great, man. It's without him, none of this is possible. So I'm just super thankful to be here. Took me 7 years. I didn't think it would take it this long, but you're here. It's amazing, man.
Saquon, you and I sat down a couple of different times. You've been generous enough to give up your time, and you would always say to me, it's not enough to just get to the Super Bowl. I want to win the Super Bowl. After everything that you've been through, is this what you thought it would feel like?
Yeah, I think it exceeded that. It exceeded expectations. I'm just super happy. I got the Lombardi Trophy in front of me. Got my daughter here, my family over there. Some of my favorite players. I'm living the dream, man. I'm living the dream, and I'm super thankful.
This is storybook endings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You live in the dream. Tell me what this offseason is going to look like for you, man. Where you going vacation to, and where you taking that trophy?
I'm going to let the body rest a little bit. Had a lot of touches, a lot of yards. That's a good thing. But maybe a little golf.
Yeah.
That's what I was pointing to. I had to get your beautiful fiance.
I'm enjoying with my guys, enjoying my family, and just super happy. Huh?
One more thing to ask you.
Ask me.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday. Hey, Saquon, I think that for me, I feel like it's more for him because he's been to more Super Bowls than all of us. But I feel like there's always a point in the season where you feel like, you know what, we got it. We got the team to do this. When do you think that moment was for you where you felt like, you know what, we can take this thing all the way?
I think the change happened on the bye week. We're 2-2, 2-2 in Philly. Feel like the sky's falling.
Yeah.
But we had a conversation within ourselves that we have all the talent. We don't want to look back and be like what it could have been. So we all locked in from that moment. Won 10 straight, had a loss, battled back from that, and got in the playoffs and made a run and got here.
Saquon, what's the celebration gonna be like? Where's the first destination?
You guys, you're not going to tell us, and then we're going to find
it. It's not a bad birthday party for me. I got a little birthday party with my family and my teammates, so it's a hell of a way to turn 28.
Going down.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. We didn't get the names. The names of your kids.
This is Jada, Saquon Barkley Jr., and my fiance Anna.
Anna, I was just going to say I'm going to go to the leader of the family here. Your fiance is always quick to compliment you on holding down the fort at home while he can go out here and do his thing. What does it mean to you to see him live out his dream?
This is everything. He works harder than anyone I've ever met, and this is the ultimate goal. And to see him do this is just my dream, to see him do this, living his dream.
Congratulations.
Ashay, can you say go, Daddy, go?
Go, Daddy, go.
Yeah, come on.
Say fly, Eagles fly.
Put Eagles fly.
Yay!
Saquon, thank you for being so generous with your time. I know you have an innumerable about a number of people that want to talk to you and celebrate with you. You're all class. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And to
Appreciate
everyone
you.
back home in Philly, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And to you guys here, thank you so much.
Yeah. All class. Thank you.
can we
Appreciate
get
you.
an E?
We're going going to take a quick break right now on FS1 Super Bowl coverage 59. We've got plenty more after this. There you go. Welcome back to FS1's coverage of Super Bowl 59 and a lot of happy Eagles fans right now. Hello, A.J. Brown.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Whoa. Super Bowl champion.
You're right.
AJ.
I stand corrected. Here with your beautiful family. Congratulations. Now this is some inner excellence.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of this team. You know, for moments like these, man, the hard work, the sacrifices, it's what it's for.
No doubt.
Hey, so the name of the book you was reading was Inner Excellence?
Uh-huh.
All right, so that's what you were reading on the journey.
Yeah.
Getting you through the season.
Yeah.
I got to know what's the next book you're going to read in celebration of the Super Bowl.
I don't know what's next. I may just pick it up and read it again because we got to start all over. We got to start all over and start again.
Yep.
AJ, coming over from Tennessee and then to Philadelphia, I was ecstatic when you got here, man. It's been a big transformation in your career, but you got to be satisfied with just the outcome of everything, regardless of how it looked.
Yeah. It's truly a blessing. You know, I appreciate my time in Tennessee, but Howie came and got me, and Howie does a great job each and every year preparing us and getting a great team together, and I'm glad he did. And you know, and his team went through tough times. Came up short one time, got here. Then the next year we crumbled a little bit, but it's all worth it. 2 years later, it's worth it.
AJ, you get my note?
Yeah, I got your note.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. I remember talking to you your rookie year. Now you're a Super Bowl champion. Now, when you scored, you guys were up 24. How important was it to build that lead?
It was very important. You know, we know who we were going against. Everybody was just trying to tell everybody to just stay calm and stay locked in because of Pat Mahomes. He's a great quarterback, and we know what he's capable of. And we were just trying to just keep going, keep our foot on their neck.
I will fill in the blanks for those of you that don't know. Julian, when we were kind enough, the Eagles were kind enough to let us go take a locker room tour in our pregame coverage, and Julian wrote you a note and left it in your locker. Do you care to share what might be on that note?
No, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to share. It meant the world to me. You know, I've been a fan of Julian for a long time. I grew up a Patriots fan. So this guy is very special to me. You know, I watched him year after year, him and Tom. You know, those guys are very special to me.
How do you describe the emotion you're feeling right now?
Just surreal. It's truly a blessing. I'm so happy for the city. I'm happy for our team. You know, man, the city needed this one.
Hey, tell me about, man, what it meant to have. We just had Saquon Barkley on the desk. Man goes over 2,000 yards. I think over the season it's 2,500 or something crazy like that. Just tell me what your personal relationship is with him, and then what he meant to this team coming over here this year.
He means the world to us, man. He's a great leader, a great person, most importantly, and what he does on the field speaks for itself. You know, and it was a huge acquisition in the offseason, you know, and he helped us out. He helped us out tremendously. You know, he picked up the slack. He picked up the slack. Big sister getting on little brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but man, he's a special player, man. And I'm so happy for him. He deserves all the success in the world.
AJ, Charles just talked about Saquon. And tell us about Jalen Hurts, man. His leadership all throughout the year, man, and keeping everybody together and, you know, ultimately making everybody better, you know, around him and around y'all, man. Talk about the offense and what Jalen has just meant to you guys in the whole.
He means the world to us, man. You know, he get a lot of criticism, you know, but he's so unfazed, man. Yeah. He doesn't care. You know, he just want to win, and that's the only thing he cares about. Is the only thing he talks about. You know, he don't care how it looks, and you know, and he's truly a warrior. He's a leader. He demands the huddle. You know, he's very poised. You know, he rarely don't show any emotion, but days like this, I know he was gonna get up and play well.
He don't show no emotion.
No emotion, but if you watch him in these games, these the games he have fun. Yeah. And these the games where he's shining.
Can you tell when he's having fun?
Absolutely.
Because we can't.
Listen, he don't try to get past the regular season game. He try to take the game one at a time, but it's not fun to him.
Right.
It's these games that means the world. That's the game on the line. This when he wakes up.
It's the big.
AJ, we can't talk about this win without talking about your defense. What those guys did up front tonight, it was such a dominant performance against a team like the Chiefs that are trying to go for history. When you're watching on the sideline,
not on my watch.
Them out there
That's what y'all said. That's what y'all said.
doing
Not on my
their
watch.
thing. What's going through your mind when you're seeing their dominance?
Just keep going. Just keep going. We knew those guys were going to hunt up front. You know, we knew we had to get a lot of pressure on Pat, and they did that. And then they got the pressure, and then they took the ball away.
AJ.
You know, and then they scored. So,
who is an unsung hero of this game, you think?
I don't know.
Man, Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat had
It was a team. It was a team win.
I truly feel like it was a team
win.
Team effort, man.
Two rookies playing big on defense.
Yeah.
You scored, Devontae scored. I mean, the defense played well. I mean, it's just all across the board.
All across the board, it was truly a team effort. And, you know, I'm glad it went this way, too.
No doubt.
AJ, we're going to let you go enjoy this one with your family. Thank you so much. And by the way, you have very well-behaved children. The fact that they both sat up here the way they did. So go enjoy this one. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you very much. And right now, we're going to send it over. Bye-bye. Send it over to Peter Schrager, who's standing by with a very, very happy Eagles fan in Bradley Cooper. Shregs?
Bradley Cooper, this entire journey, you have been the real Eagles fan. You're there in the owner's suite, you're there at the road games, you're there at the home games, and now they're world champions. How's it feel?
I'm just one of thousands and thousands that get the opportunity to love this team and live for this team and be a part of Philadelphia. And, you know, I used to come with my dad, and then I could bring my daughter. It's just a beautiful thing in life. It's a miracle. I'm so blessed to be here, and I love this team so much. So happy for Jeff and Lane and Hurts and everybody. What a squad.
To see Jalen hoist that Lombardi.
Oh, man, he deserves it. You know, people are always saying this and that, and this guy's just a killer. It's the best.
Hey, go enjoy this one.
Yeah, I will.
Enjoy it, bro.
All right.
Congrats.
How about that? Bradley Cooper, and how about that scene right there in Philadelphia? A good time to be an Eagles fan tonight. The streets are alive. We got plenty more FS1 Super Bowl coverage right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to FS1's coverage of Super Bowl 59. And look who we have now. I know Charles is happy. Darius Slay.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely. Because I got a dog at the day.
Yes, sir.
Fellow DB.
Yes, sir.
Who held it down. The last Super Bowl we was at, I didn't shake your hand before the game. I said, I ain't going to shake your hand till you win it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all didn't win. Before the game today, I shook your hand.
Yeah.
And y'all got the thing done.
You done.
I want to know for me, man, did you pull up a chair today out there and watch that defensive line go to work? Because you ain't getting no work. I saw you one time late in the game.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that defensive line, man, and what them boys did out there
we
today.
knew we would put the weight on their shoulders, as in, of course, because everybody know big defense. They're not really too crazy of a blitzing defense, but when we do, we do. But we knew them guys, four-man rush. We knew they could get to it. Man, we got some of the best edge rushers in the league, and they work together, and that's what makes them best. You know what I'm saying? Them guys went out there, execute, man, play fast, they play hard, and man, they got after them, man. We knew for a fact that it gonna take 2 plays. You know what I'm saying? Because the first play we can cancel out, but we knew we got the ability to extend plays.
Yeah.
D-Slay.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about these young boys, DeJean and freaking Mitchell, Mac Daddy. How are these guys? I mean, these guys balled out.
Yeah. Man, they be working their butts off, man, each and every week. Man, I'm so thankful for them young boys, man. They make me feel a lot more younger than what I already feel. You know what I'm saying? So, man, what I can say about them 2 guys, man, they come in and work every day. And they ask me questions every day. We sit with each other every day. We lock mates. I talk to both of them every day, every second. We have early meetings in the morning together. Like, they dedicated. And, it's hard to find, like, rookies that young to be just that dedicated to the game.
Man.
But I got to ask you about your head coach, Nick Sirianni. I had the privilege of sitting down with him this week and just talking about sort of all of the weight on his shoulder. And there's a lot of noise around your head coach, and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
All he does is care about you guys and your opinion.
Yeah.
How do you feel being able to get this for him and kind of get all those people off his back?
It felt good, man. It's just like, because we know Coach put a great effort in, man. He put us in great shape. He practiced hard. And we know the work he put in. Like I said, like he come to every day ready to work, smiling, and we appreciate him, man. He our leader, and I don't know why all the negative talk be about him, but I ain't never seen too many coaches that go 4 years straight, playoffs, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and just keep dogged out like that. But we appreciate him.
One of only 3 head coaches in NFL history to take a team to 2 Super Bowls in his first 4 years.
Yeah.
It's an exceptional job. Mike?
Big play. What was the defensive scheme, man? Because the secondary really didn't even show up. Like all we seen was just like the defensive line, linebackers. I mean, y'all was in tight coverage. Like, man, what was the scheme, bro? Just man, the season's over.
Man, we knew, like I said, we knew what he was capable of doing. Like, he's an amazing quarterback. That's a great team, but we knew on film watching it just the fact that, hey, we let this man extend these plays, we got a chance. And don't let him be on time and get him off his first read, we got a great chance. And that's what them guys did. We did our best on the back end to make sure we tighten coverage. And then when it's time to scramble, we made sure we got attached to, 87. We had to find them.
We got to shine a spotlight on Vic Fangio and what he's done for you guys coming in. How would you describe the job he's done and what he means to you?
Man, he's been doing a great job, man. I appreciate Coach, man. One thing I'd say about him, man, he makes sure everyone knows the details. And I've been around a lot of DCs, and, some DCs be just could talk about stuff. I never seen a coach that, man, could talk about every position, from the D-line, D-tackle, to the linebackers, and know exactly what's needed to be done. And that's why I love him in the meetings, because he says it in front of everybody, and everybody know their assignment, so everybody know how to work.
All right, man. So
where you taking this trophy?
Sorry, somebody was
where y'all taking this trophy to?
You taking it anywhere. I'm taking it everywhere. I'm finna go take it over there, play with it with my kids, so my kids can touch it.
Yeah. The only thing better than one Super Bowl is two Super Bowls. Do you keep the hunger to come back and do it again next year?
Of course. That's the mindset, man. We know we got a great thing going, man. And what's so crazy, we got a great young core. Yep. So now, these guys can honestly build their own dynasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play too much longer with these boys, but I know from just looking in, man, got a lot of young guys. Jalen Carter, Quinyon, Cooper, and, got LIX. He got guys that's real young, and his team is just ready to go. And, I feel like this is going to be a new dynasty for them guys.
Big play. We know the defense balled out too, but the offense did their thing. And y'all got to practice against them each and every day. The maturation of Jalen, A.J. Brown. Man, talk about those guys and what they meant to this team, even though it was a collective effort. Yeah. Talk about the offense and how y'all just meshed together.
Man, them guys right there, man, they just demand so much attention. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stack the box, we got A.J. and Smitty. And Dallas. Yeah. We got guys that can get open, whatever it is. If you don't want to stack the box, you want to take AJ away, we got a guy that can hit a home run any given time. So, and going against some guys in practice, man, it only makes you better. Each and every day, man. I was great and fortunate enough to go against Calvin Johnson as a young age, and it was tough to stop him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then I get to go against AJ. It's like I got the best of the world, man, so it's only for me to get better.
There's a lot of whistles blowing. We're going to blow the whistle all night long.
We're going to blow all night tonight.
What do you want to say to this fan base who is just so loud and so faithful and just you balled out for them?
Man, we love the Philly, man. Hey, we finna turn up Broad Street. With Broad Street in it? Yeah, Broad Street going crazy now. We're going crazy. I'm talking about lit. I'm talking about lit. Y'all gonna see me on the damn whatever we riding on. I'm going crazy.
How many cars are they gonna flip over, you think?
Huh?
How many cars are they gonna flip over, you think, in
I
Philly?
don't know, but I'm looking forward to it.
Like over under 3.
Over three.
Do it safely. Do it safely.
Over 3.
Slay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate you taking the time to come up here. Go enjoy this one.
All right, I will.
Right now, we're going to send it over to Peter Schrager, who's with Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert, another Super Bowl ring. How does it feel here as the confetti falls in New Orleans?
Man, it feels good. Looking back at 2 years ago when it was the other color, it hurt, and we're able to overcome a lot, and we're here, and it doesn't feel real, but it's special. I'm trying to soak it all in.
You are this player that's been there, but you had the loss to the Chiefs. To beat them in the way that you guys won, it does feel like sweet justice, does it not?
It feels good. I think it would feel good no matter who we beat, but the defense played unreal. The turnovers, the pick six by Coop. I mean, you couldn't write a better script for the way the year went for us, for the way this game went, it just starts from the top down, but we did it. Super Bowl champs, baby.
You're always so hyped. Can you do me a favor? Can you get these Eagles fans going? Can we just have our cameras follow you?
I'm
going to watch you do it. Do you want me to come in with you? Should we do this? Let's go. We'll do it. Sorry, we're going a little journey here. All right.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Eagles! Take the microphone. Let's go! Super Bowl champs! Hey, one more time. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! And that's that, baby. Super Bowl champs, 59. Checking out.
I love it. All right, now let's check in with Christina Pink, who's standing by with Jordan Mailata.
Okay, Jordan, how would you describe how motivated this group was when you're coming off what happened 2 years ago against the same team?
I mean, it's hard because it's a completely new team. I think that's the beauty about it, the culture that we built early on. We didn't, we left that baggage in 22 because, didn't want to bring that to the new season. I mean, just a crazy, crazy journey so far. I mean, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, I'll be honest. I already forgot the question because I already counted that as one question. You got 2 more left.
Jordan, your quarterback, Jalen, named Super Bowl MVP. What can you say about what he has meant to your group in the midst of what has been kind of an up and down the last few years?
I think when it comes to Jalen, the biggest thing that comes to mind is consistency. The way he carries himself through every game, whether win, lose, or draw, the constant consistency that he, plays or acts with us, the way he goes about his business, I think that's what stands out the most. So, when he plays lights out like this, it's no surprise because he's here. He doesn't let anything get into his head. Just keeps playing the next play. He's cool, calm, collected.
You guys were certainly the more physical team tonight on both sides of the ball, but it starts up front, of course. So how are your offensive line able to come in and take command of this game?
It's a 1-2. You got to want to do that. You got to want to be more physical. I mean, that was a great defense we're going up against. So we knew we had to answer that call, and that ain't easy. You have to have the want-to, and you have to have the guys on that, and we do. So it's a tough game, but we got there.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You gotta love his honesty. I forgot the question. I mean, the emotion is everywhere right now, and so is the Gatorade there on Nick Sirianni. Saquon Barkley got his. We are taking a quick break here as the celebration continues at the Superdome. Stay with us.
Super Bowl 59. Here we go. Hurts going deep. Is caught. Pyle drives his way in. Touchdown, Eagles. Better time than now. Intercepted. It has been all Eagles. Going deep. Touchdown. Wow. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
Welcome back, everybody, to FS1's post-game coverage of Super Bowl 59. The Philadelphia Eagles are world champs. Former Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah.
Your big picture headline thoughts of this game was what, Mike?
Yeah, I was just surprised that the Philadelphia Eagles was able to come out and just really overpower the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, they came out flat. They had no energy. And before you know it, they was down 24-0. Worthy, Kelsey, they only had one catch going into the half. And so, I was not impressed with what the Kansas City Chiefs came out and did. I expected a lot more, and I expected Patrick to bring this team back, but he couldn't do it. The Philadelphia Eagles was just on top of their game from start to finish.
To speak to the dominance of what the Philadelphia Eagles were able to do and shut down Patrick Mahomes, he didn't even get past midfield until late in the third quarter. Yeah. Your takeaway from this one was what, Charles?
Yeah, I thought, Mike talked about that team being overpowered. I watched telling Julian we were on the sideline watching, the Chiefs come out of the locker room, and watching it and looking at their line and thinking about being on the field against, in the Eagles game against the Commanders a couple of weeks ago and looking at their line, their defensive line. That's why they got overpowered. And so my takeaway is that this defense came out and they dominated. They dominated in a fashion like two teams that I played, same team but 2 different years, the New York Giants. Because they could always get to Aaron Rodgers with 4 guys.
Right.
They never really had to send anybody. Yeah, no blitz. Never had to send anybody extra, and had A-Rod running around, and that's what they did to Patrick Mahomes, who is the greatest quarterback that we have playing right now. And then I talked about in the pregame show about there was going to be impact made by rookies in this game. Yep. And we got a young man whose birthday was today. He caught an interception for a touchdown, his first interception. Yeah. And this man takes his thing in for a touchdown.
To the house.
And Quinyon Mitchell with a big hit that kind of set the tone early in the game, man. So the dominance of this defense, it's always great to see dominance take the front seat.
I know what you're
going to
say.
Games.
That defense.
You want to say defense?
Look, hey, Jalen
because it's the truth. Win
championship.
It does.
Jalen Hurts said it himself.
It was a little similar to the last time the Chiefs lost in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes
To the
had a
Tampa Bay
lot of
Buccaneers.
pressure
Yep.
by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I want to get over to Kellen Moore. I called him out early in the pregame saying he was going to come out here and put a show on in front of his potential home stadium and his home people, and that's what he did. You take a look at the stats. They stayed in with what got him here. He ran the ball 36 times. They only threw the ball 22 times. They controlled the game. It was long, methodical drives, and it seemed like he just called the right play at the right time. The Devontae Adams shot to seal it. I mean, it was Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
It was a very good game plan by Kellen Moore.
How surprised are you, Charles, with the inability of, we know what Andy Reid's second half adjustments, what he can do, that they weren't able to get anything going in the second half and the whole game, but even with the halftime adjustment?
Honestly, I think Mike said it when he was just talking a second ago. They kind of look off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't look like they played with the same energy and intensity as the Philadelphia Eagles. And then again, I mean, I can't say enough about this Eagles defensive line. The last time this team played, you remember that Eagles team, they had 70 sacks in the regular season. But when they got to that Super Bowl, they didn't sack Mahomes. Today was a totally different story. We're talking about 6 sacks on Mahomes, but we talk about countless pressures at all. I mean, along with that. But this defensive line, man, they had him stressed out all day. He was not letting the ball go with conviction all day. Every time he threw the ball, it looked like he was a little bit hesitant and a little bit gun shy.
And then when your offense gives you that lead for the defense, then you can just let them rip.
You know what they say? Pin your ears back.
Exactly.
Pin your ears back. But the important thing, let me take this back. We talked about, again, this is another pregame thing that we talked about, is not rushing past the quarterback, rushing to the level of the quarterback, and then closing the pocket.
Collapsing.
That's what they did. Collapse the pocket. Mahomes could not escape through those B gaps, and that was key.
When I look at this Philadelphia Eagles team, though, on both sides of the ball, I just see amazing personnel everywhere. Up front, the backfield, receivers, the quarterback, the back end on defense. Like, they really do a great job of bringing in the right personnel, putting the right pieces together, and they know what they're looking at when they're building teams. So I got to give a lot of credit to Howie Roseman.
Unbelievable job
Nick
that he's done.
Sirianni, all those guys in the front office who made today happen.
And I don't need to tell you about this, but Philadelphia media and fans, they don't have a lot of patience. When you saw the skid at the end of last year, then they started out the season 2-2, and we're going to talk of firing Sirianni. You also bring in 2 new coordinators. Let's not forget, these are 2 new coordinators on both sides of the ball. So all of these different things going on. What impressed you most, Jules, about what the Eagles were able to do this year?
I want to go to something else.
Oh,
I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, they've been to this game 3 times in a row. We got to give them some credit. Back-to-back Super Bowl champs have never got to the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, they ran out of gas because they've played in such long seasons.
Yep.
I know firsthand, when you go to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row, you get worn down. They got shorter off seasons. They have a lot more they have everyone gunning for them. So, I mean, they look like they ran out of gas, but they ran out of gas for a reason, because they just had a 3-year run that was a hell of a run.
Well, there's a reason it's never happened before.
How you look at it.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to hear now from Andy Reid at the podium. Let's take a listen.
Listen, man, compliment to our fans and all the support that they've given us. Today was a rough day. We didn't really play well in any of the phases. Didn't coach good enough. They did a nice job. I'm proud of our guys, though, for the battle, the fight that they put in throughout the year, and all the games that they've played here over the last few years. So my hat goes off to the guys for that. And we'll learn from this. Like most games here, when you don't do very well, you learn from it as a coach, you learn from it as a player, and you move on.
There, the fans continue to party, and with that, we're going to check in with Christina Pink, who caught up with Jahan Dotson.
All right, Jahan, you made play after play to help this team to a Super Bowl victory. Being a champ, just what does this moment mean to you?
Everything. This is everything I ever dreamed of, everything that I came here to get. It truly is everything to me, and what better way to spend it with a bunch of guys like this.
You take yourself back to the moment where you're traded to Philly right before the season starts, and the path that you've been on, when you look back at it, how much did this moment change everything?
So much. Oh my gosh. Like, if I could have told you I'd be here 365 days ago, you would have laughed at me. But, you know, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed to be able to go through the obstacles that I've been able to go through. And like I said, like these guys, man, I've been leaning on these guys all year, and they've had my back through the ups and downs. These are my brothers for real, so it's awesome being in this moment.
It seems like this has been a pretty motivated bunch. You guys talked about this being a business trip. What was the attitude coming in, especially with all the talk about the Chiefs trying to achieve history?
Unfinished business. Even the guys that weren't on the team 2 years ago, you got the gist. Just being around the guys. It was unfinished business, and we can't, all day, all week, all year, we've been talking about this moment, and we made it come true.
Congrats, champ.
Thank you. Thank you.
There is a party in the streets in New Orleans. If you're an Eagles fan, there's also a party in the streets of Philadelphia. More coverage from Super Bowl 59 right after the break. Well, that shot says it all. If you're Travis Kelce, as he's walking off the field in the confetti that is green, silver, and white. Travis Kelce did not speak to the media after the game, but Patrick Mahomes did. Let's take a listen.
You get to a point where it's kind of out of reach, but I mean, all you can do is go out there and take it play by play. That's what we did. We fought to the very end. I was proud of the guys. Obviously, we didn't play great football. Like I said, it started with myself, and I will take full ownership in that. But I was proud of how the guys kept fighting to the very end of that football game and until those clocks hit zero.
Some more of that sound from Patrick saying that's why I take ownership of this, probably more than any other loss in my career because I put us in a bad spot. Your thought on Patrick Mahomes, Jules?
You know, I feel terrible for him because they lost this game. Look, this team's only lost 2 games this season with their starters. That last week don't really count. And like I was emphasizing earlier, it's so hard to continually have these long, successful seasons. You have a shorter off season. Everyone's America's most wanted. And they came out today. They played flat. They didn't play their best game, and it caught up to them. Uncharacteristic mistakes, penalties, a lot of holding calls, and they couldn't block him up front. I mean, the line finally caught up to him. Having Tooney out at that left guard, like he played a hell of a game last week, but you can't go in against that defense that was playing like a bunch of bats out of hell and think you're going to have a rotation offensive line to protect Patrick Mahomes.
Charles, you're a Kansas City Chief in that locker room on your way home. You're thinking what right now?
Yeah, man, we just got our ass whooped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And I've been that team. You know, the first Super Bowl I went to in 2002 or whatever it was, it got out of hand early. And just the way Patrick Mahomes kind of got some garbage time, you know, yards and a couple of touchdowns, we kind of did the same thing and tried to make it respectable, but it was out of hand before the game really even started. And so your main thought is my thought was probably different than theirs because they've won a couple of Super Bowls already. But this team, they'll regroup. They've been here before. They've won Super Bowls. They know what it takes to win a Super Bowl. They just understand that tonight, sometimes you run into a buzzsaw. You know what I mean? And it's hard to get away from it.
And it was a long season.
Yeah.
The third in a row, though. This is
No.
Yeah,
18-1.
But
They'll never be able to get back to this point potentially ever in the history of the game again.
Not to win 2 in a row, but they can get back to win a championship.
Well, let's talk about
Mahomes is only 29 years old.
But let's talk about that for a second because as Tom pointed out in the pregame, it was 10 years until he got back. And so at some point when you look at this team, Jules, windows close. It's hard to even get here. It's hard to get those back-to-back. What's sort of your assessment on the future of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, look, that's the hardest thing. There's going to be a completely new team. They're going to lose guys. They're going to lose coaches. That's the NFL. You lose people every year, and so you never have the same team. I just know going into this offseason, this is going to hurt. I remember when we lost our Super Bowl in 11 and 17, that taste in the back of your throat from that loss, it's there all year. And it's a terrible thing when you're sitting there watching the TV and you see all the commercials. We're going to Disneyland. It's probably going to be Saquon and Jalen. Like, that stuff gets you. This is going to be a very hard offseason, and it's going to take extremely good leadership to get this team back because this can knock you out, I'm telling you.
Well, we know
Look at
what a
the
great
Patriots.
leader that Andy Reid is. Of course, your relationship with him, I can only imagine what he's thinking right now. We heard a little bit of him talk at the podium there. Speak to him and this Kansas City Chiefs team.
Yeah, and let's not forget that this was a team that was chasing greatness. Trying to win 3 in a row. You know, that's not an easy feat. But they put their best foot forward. They won 12 games by 1 score or less. And like you said earlier, it takes a toll. But I do think they got the right leadership, starting with Andy and then Patrick and then the rest of those guys. They will be back. And sometimes, you know, you got to fall flat on your face in order to pick yourself up and go through the next year and know that, you know, it's still, you know, light at the end of the
How
tunnel.
shocked are you by the outcome of this game?
I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked in the sense of, you know, one, we talked about them going for greatness, you know, and going for the three-peat. But the way they came out and played, that shocked me. I was really surprised at that. I didn't expect that. You know, it all starts at the quarterback position. And it was some uncharacteristic plays by Patrick early. They couldn't overcome that, and you can't do that against the Philadelphia Eagles team that's that good. I knew the battle was going to be won in the trenches, and Philly won in the trenches.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, Philadelphia, they are your world champs. Lots of celebration. Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, lifting that Lombardi trophy. Jalen Hurts, all smiles in the background. More post-game coverage from New Orleans in just a minute. What a shot there in Philadelphia in the streets. We'll be right back. Welcome back to New Orleans. Let's check back in with Peter Schrager, who's standing by now with Miles Teller.
Miles Teller,
How we doing?
Super Bowl champions again.
Unreal. I'm 2 for 2. I was in London filming for the last, but what a just beating. Every aspect of the game. Fangio, Hurts. The team just kept getting stronger as the season went on. Just no stress. No stress. Chiefs had 23 yards first half. We had 24 points.
Peter, it's very rare that as an Eagles fan, we get to enjoy the last 7 minutes of a game without any worry or fear. It's a pretty amazing feeling.
And you can hear the Dallas sucks chant, so that just lets you know that the Eagles just won the Super Bowl.
You were in Minnesota. It was after 1960. This fan base waited there. It was just like, this team is a special one too, though. What makes this one unique as opposed to the one from 2018?
Absolutely. Well, this was making me feel like the defense, because we had a secondary again, and this defense reminded me of in 2017 when they were just gangrene and just vibing. Eagles always invest in the line. We protect and we get after you. And I mean, I've never seen the Chiefs look like that. Never seen Mahomes look like that, dude.
It was a beautiful thing, and also for the pressure to be off of Saquon, because so many other incredible things were happening. He carried us all season, and for him to just be able to do everything, accomplish, break the record, and it's just amazing. We're speechless.
Last one. We partying with the team tonight?
Absolutely, dude.
Yes.
I've been in New Orleans for like 4 days. About 2 days.
You have anything left?
It's about 2 days. I got a little juice in the tank, baby. Let's go.
Guys, congratulations. Enjoy. Love it, dude. Thanks for doing it, boys.
That's awesome stuff right there. Shreg is bringing out the best in those people. Miles Teller, by the way, what a line. They had 23 yards. We had 24 points. Some happy Eagles fans, and yes, there will definitely be some post parties. But right now, Jules, as we wrap up our post game, sort of your final thought on this game.
My final thought is just I'm so impressed with Howie Roseman. Last year, we talked about how abysmal that secondary was. What's he do? He goes out, he drafts Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and completely flips that secondary in 1 year. It seems like he's done that like 4 or 5 times in the last 3 years, where when they need something, he goes out, he addresses it, and he gets it done. I'm looking to see if these guys can repeat.
I mean, there's no reason.
They can repeat potentially.
Lofty goal.
Because Saquon, didn't he play his best game?
Possible.
Let's go.
Charles?
Well, you talk about leadership, and they obviously have the leadership because they love Sirianni. He's done a great job. And then they also have leadership at the quarterback position. And I got to give a big shout out to Jalen Hurts and also his father. I sat across from his father in Philly. Mm-hmm. We had conversations about Jalen Hurts, and we went back and forth, and comparisons that people make of him and the criticism that Jalen Hurts takes for not doing what other quarterbacks do or making it look like how other quarterbacks make it look. And I'm just thinking about this game and Jalen Hurts' numbers. He was, 17 for 22, 221 yards. And what it reminded me of is Aaron Rodgers games that I used to be a part of. It'd be very efficient. It might be 20 for 24, but it'll be 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Today he had 2 touchdowns. He had the 1 interceptions, but what he also gives you is the rushing yards as well. So what he's proven is that in the big moments, it doesn't matter what it looks like, the guy is a winner. And tonight he went out here and he led his team to a victory, wound up with an MVP. And so congratulations, because his dad had his back. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, you were giving it to him a little bit?
Yeah, we just went back and forth. And
what was
I mean,
your
I appreciate
point? What were your
Well,
question
my
marks
point was
about?
because, look, I criticize him. I criticize Jalen just as much as anybody else does. And I thought for me, my only criticism of his is that I didn't feel like he steps up in the pocket enough. I feel like he escapes the pocket too much. Just for my taking, because I've been around the quarterbacks like Aaron and Brett Favre and those guys, how they manipulate within the pocket. His game is just different. You know what I'm saying? But
won him a Super Bowl.
He gets the results, and now he's a Super Bowl MVP. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, congratulations, Mr. Hurts, Jalen Hurts. Y'all did it. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
2 rings. Just got a Super Bowl ring, and then, of course, engaged. What stands out to you? Your big takeaway tonight's what, Mike?
Yeah, well, Jules mentioned Howie Roseman and how we bringing in Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley 2 years ago tore his ACL in New York, and most people thought that he wouldn't be able to come back from that. He came back stronger. He was a big reason why this team won 15 of their last 16, or after tonight, 16 of their last 17. And so this season is a big credit to Saquon Barkley and what he brought to this team. And so I look forward to seeing that in 2025, and I'll be watching from afar and still rooting.
You already said it. You just brought it up because now we got to wrap up the show, and this is our final show with you. So we can't have a final show without our full squad here. Shregs, get on up here. As we say goodbye to Michael Vick.
Coach Vick.
Mike, I got to tell you, since I've been up here with you the longest, I adore you. You are a class act. I love you as a person. I know I speak for all of us. I'm going to get emotional about it because you're such a good man. You are. I'm really proud of the journey that you're on. We can't wait to see what you do in your next chapter. Our loss is their gain, and we're really, really excited for you.
I love you so much. I love you, Peter. Charles, I love you. Jules, I love you, man. Like I say, I'll be watching y'all from afar. I'm always going to be a teammate, always and forever. And you know what? Our paths will cross again.
Yes, thank you. So we're going to stand up, give a little group hug here. And with that, on behalf of everybody at Fox Sports, thank you guys for watching all year long. You guys are awesome. Enjoy your night. And Mike. Goodbye, everybody. That's it from New Orleans. We will see you next year.
Till 2024.
Best day of the year.
I said,
Welcome to my state.
Party like
Let's play football.
Let's do it. Kickoff for Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Intercepted. Touchdown. He has got it.
It has been all Eagles this first half.
with your bitch. I said it must be.
The Eagles are really getting after the quarterback right now. Hurts makes the throw of his life. What could be the dagger for this Eagles offense?
Decked. Ball is out. The Eagles have it.
And it's just a magical feeling. You've reached the mountaintop.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy is headed to Philadelphia. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.